What's good, y'all? Welcome back to our NHL 25 Washington Capitals franchise mode as we begin the offseason for year number 1. If you missed the last episode, I will link it down below as well to have a playlist made of all the episodes thus far. Now, a couple things to get into, of course, as we always start off with these episodes. Number 1, as you can see, we did lose 2-1 in the shootout to Pittsburgh, but as you can see up there, it says 3-1. It didn't save that game for whatever reason, so I just resimmed it and made sure that Ovi didn't score. And now, obviously, you can think, well, we got a point in that game, and it actually doesn't affect us in the draft lottery rankings because we're still 3 points behind, or 3 points lower than the Blues, and we're still a point ahead of the Sharks. So we're still in the same spot we would have been. So there is no draft lottery effect there. And as I said, Ovi did not score in that game, so no record broken as of yet, and hopefully Ovi does decide to stick around for another year so we can get that goal record and hopefully get him one more Stanley Cup. And that is going to be pretty much the first thing that we're going to look out for. But we do need to do a season recap for both our team and the NHL. So let's get right into that, shall we? And for our team, as you can see, Ovi's still leading the way with 85 points at a ripe old age of 39, about to be 40. And speaking of 40, he did have 40 goals this year. And as we said, he's at that inescapable 893, so he just needs 2 more goals next year to break the record, which he will do. I mean, come on. So a great year for him, still at 39, still leading the team, just still face the franchise, everything. He's still one of the best players. And how about this? Pierre-Luc Dubois, 77 points on that first line. The experiment did work out. Hopefully he can get some growth in the offseason, as he was a good line mate for Ovi, so something to keep in mind. And who knows, maybe that by the time we get to be able to move him, we might not want to. But I still think we do. I think $8 million is just way too much for him. Connor McMichael, a breakout year for him. 73 points on that first line. A 40-point increase from last year. Definitely want some growth from him. Hopefully he can at least be like an 85, 86 and solidify himself as a top 6 forward. Dylan Strome, 66. Not bad. Was kind of hoping to be, I thought maybe him and McMichael would have opposite stat lines. If not, McMichael have less. So he was a real big surprise this year. But, still solid. Nothing to panic about. Hopefully he should be a big part of the team next year. Alexei Protas, 45 points, which is a 16-point increase from the previous year, 21 goals. So semi-breakout year for him. Hopefully next year he can be an even bigger piece. I don't know where he'll fit on the lineup, though. So he might get stuck on that third line. We'll have to see with player development and what's available in the offseason. Tom Wilson, 45, a minus 22. So he helped the tank. He actually did have a better year than last year, so we'll see what happens with him. Again, he's another guy that has a pretty rough contract, to be honest. Signed through 2031 is not good. We'll have to see what happens with him there, though. And then from there, it drops off. Lapierre with 22, Radish 15, Oshie 15, and yeah, it just completely drops off after that. Defensively, John Carlson leading the way, but only 37 points, which is going to be a almost 15-point drop-off there. So he might start to regress in the offseason as well. Rasmus Sandin, 23 points. Same amount of points last year, but in more games. So not really a big year for him, but we'll have to. He did go up to an 83, though, so that's good. We'll have to see with him. Faravardi, 16. Alexiev, 10. And then these two just kind of played at the end there. And then goaltending-wise, Logan Thompson was our best goalie this year with a .914 save percentage. Charlie Lindgren had some rough patches in that year, 8.91, so not so great there. Both of them are at the end of their contract, so we'll have to address that as well. In terms of the entire league, Connor McDavid, no surprise, leading the league in points with 133 to go with 61 goals. Nathan McKinnon right behind him, and JT Miller for that matter, with 122. Draisaitl, 117. Matthews, 111. Kucherov, 111. Bunch of 100-point guys. Look at Connor Bedard, second year, 61 goals, 108 points, already a 94 with high franchise. He is going to be an absolute monster in this sim. Brad Marchand, 108 as well as Pasternak with 107. Hyman, 106. Pedersen, 103. Panarin, 102. Branton, 108. Look at all these 100-point scores. And Sam Reinhart, the last one there, exactly at 100. Goal scoring wise, we had Nathan McKinnon with 65 and Matthews, so they'll share the rocket this year. And then, that's that. For defensemen, we have Evan Bouchard, 80 points there, playing on that high-powered offense Edmonton Oilers team. Quinn Hughes up there with 74. Brent Burns still 73 at 40 years old. Man, these 40-year-olds still know how to put up points. All right. Might be his last year as well. Rasmus Dahlin, 73. McCarr was 70, or 71, I should say. And then Bouchard did also leading goals with 21 there. As well, in terms of the goalies, Thatcher Demko led the way with 48 wins. Shesterkin right behind him with 45. And then some of the guys a little over 30. Save percentage came amongst starters. It's going to go to Linus Allmark with a 920 save percentage. So a good debut year for him there in Ottawa. As well as Shesterkin right up there, 917. Joey Decord, 916. So, yeah, he just got a big extension in real life, I believe. So, he might get a big contract there as well. And in terms of the rookies, we have Macklin celebrating, taking home the Calder Trophy most likely. 69 points there. Michkov was there with 58, and Will Smith with 45. So it's pretty much three guys. I mean, mainly just two. But, yeah, those are the two. Unless there was a... Whoops, did not mean to hit that. Unless there was like a crazy goalie, but no. Dustin Wolf and Eustace Noonan had solid years, but yeah, it's going to be celebrating. So there is the regular season wrap up there. We do have the playoffs to sim. Of course, we did not make it, not even close. But we can see what the NHL is looking like here in year one. So if we go to the playoff bracket here, or actually, oh, okay, nice. It shows us right on the side here. So Vancouver taking on the young Anaheim Ducks, making the playoff run. Okay, I guess I didn't really check out the team stats. I could have seen who did what there, but okay. And that beautiful new Mighty Ducks inspired logo, love it. Oilers taking on Vegas, so that's a heavyweight matchup. Look at the Chicago Blackhawks, led by Connor Bedard, taking on the Colorado Avalanche, and then the Utah Hockey Club in their first year, taking on the Winnipeg Jets. So a lot of surprise teams in the West, guys like, Utah, I think they have a shot to make the playoffs this year. They've had a good start. Dylan Gunther looks like he might have like a 40-goal year. And then the Blackhawks, though, they're definitely not making the playoffs. I don't see the Ducks making it either. But, hey, two surprise teams. We'll take that. And then in the East, okay, starting off Toronto, Montreal, big rivalry right there. Florida and Boston, who have met in the playoffs a lot of times in the recent years. We have the Rangers and Carolina, speaking of meeting many times in the playoffs over the years, and then Pittsburgh and New Jersey. So I think that's pretty accurate. I mean, I could see the Canadians making a run. I don't see Pittsburgh, to be honest, but I mean, who knows? Sidney Crosby is one of the greatest players ever. Maybe he can will that team into the playoffs. So there is that. We'll kind of sim a couple weeks here, see how the playoffs are going, and then we'll have to get into the off season here. So let's sim to the first of the month and see where the playoffs are at. So yeah, this episode we're gonna get through the retirement stage, get through the draft lottery and the draft, as well as the off season, and then we'll either leave it at free agency or at the beginning of the year, depending on how long things take. But I'm thinking probably beginning of free agency because this is gonna take a little bit. So we are down to the conference finals now. We have the the semifinals. We have Chicago and Utah, both of the surprise teams, making the upsets, or two of the surprise teams. The Ducks did lose, but they're going head-to-head, and then Vancouver and Edmonton. And then the other side, we have Florida and Montreal, and then New York and Pittsburgh. So let's just go see how... Oh, yeah, AHL team. Yeah, what the hell? What am I doing? Can we go to the AHL, please? Thank you. I did not even think. I forgot we had a stacked AHL team. So, yeah, let's take a look at what they did this year. Verona led the team in points. All right, 73 and 72. Yeah, look at that. Ryan Leonard and Miroshnichenko had great years, so they should be NHL ready next year. Oh, Jesus, yeah. Ryan Leonard's an 82. Okay, he had crazy development this year, so that's good to see. And then what about defensively, like Brucevic, or sorry, that's a different franchise one. I'm doing a Calgary one, not offline. Iorio, I think, is decent. Yeah, so he had a solid year as well. Okay. And then goalies, we don't really have anybody to worry about. But yeah, we'll keep tabs with them as well because they are looking for a three-peat, of course, as we mentioned. So they are in the second round. All right, so we'll pay attention to that as well. But or honestly, we should just pay attention to that. That's more important. We don't have no stake in this. Or actually, we have Utah's pick. I just remembered. So we need them to lose, hopefully. Chicago did take game one there. So let's sim game by game for the Hershey Bears here. Game one against Providence. We do win 3-2. Nice. All right, game two. Let's see. Oh, it's a 3-2 loss this time. All right, game three to take a stranglehold. Or not stranglehold, but advantage on the series. We lose 4-3 there. Okay. We need to win this one to get back in it, and we do 5-4. Oh, are these only 5-game series in this? Second round's only 5-game series, I guess. All right. Yeah, Toronto already 3-0 Syracuse. All right, game number 5. Might as well slow summit here against the Providence Bruins. All right, first period. 2-0 lead. Cherniev and Borgstrom. Second period, 2-0 still. And third period, there we go, 3-0 win. And we advance to the conference finals here in the AHL. And this is pretty much probably the most important year for Hershey. We got Ryan Leonard here, and we're going for that three-peat. So let's see it here. As we're going to update on the NHL real quick. Chicago did beat Utah. Okay, there we go. So that pick will get a little bit better than it could have been. And New York also advanced to the conference finals. Edmonton up 3-2 on Vancouver, and Florida up 3-2 on Montreal. So we have the Toronto Marlies here in the conference finals of the AHL. On the other side, we have the Calgary Wranglers and the Rockford Ice Hogs. So let's do day by day again. Toronto, game 1, we do lose 2-1. Game 2, let's try to take a game on the road. We win 2-1. All right. Game 3, back at home. We lose 3-1. Come on, tie it up again. Oh, man, down 3-1 now. We cannot lose. We have to win 3 in a row here against Toronto. So we'll see if we can rally here. First period. Oh, down 2-0. Steven Lorenzen. Okay, they've got other veterans there. Okay, nice. Second period. 2-0 still. We need a big third to keep in it. But it's not looking good right now. Power play for us. And Lorenzen. Yeah, it's over. All right. Well, Hershey does go out in the conference finals. At least we had a good year. Good year development for Ryan Leonard and hopefully Miroslachenko as well. So, tough loss there. NHL-wise, conference finals are underway. We have Vancouver up 2-1 on Chicago and Montreal up 2-1 on the Rangers. Let's see how these unfold really quickly. 3-1 for both series. Are we going to be done already? No, Montreal does win their series against the Rangers, so they're off to the Cup final in year 1. Okay. And they will be taking on nope, not yet. Game 7, Vancouver and Chicago. Oh my God, Montreal, Chicago would just be weird. Okay. Vancouver does. So we are going to have a Canadian team lift the cup for the first time since 1993. And will it be the same team in the Montreal Canadiens? We'll have to find out. Game 1 does go to Vancouver. Game 2 also to Vancouver. They have a big lead right now. Game 3 also to Vancouver. All right, so it's probably over. Okay, Montreal does take Game 5, though. They still have life. As well as Game 6. Okay. Montreal, can they force 7? No. All right. Vancouver does take home the Stanley Cup for the first time in franchise history, I believe. And Toronto Marlies do end up winning the AHL Cup. There's the Calder Cup. So the cup is back in Toronto, or back in Canada. As I just need to go right here. Take a look at the playoff stats real quick. Quinn Hughes, wow, 30 points for Quinn Hughes. He definitely got the Conn Smythe, unless Thatcher Demko had like a 950 save percentage. Cole Caulfield had 29, Pedersen 26, Besser 24 with 14 goals. Bedard with 24 in 17 games. Jesus, no wonder they went crazy. Mikael Granlund, who was picked up by the Sharks, or not the Sharks, Jesus, the Canucks, had a big playoff point per game there. JT Miller 23. So yeah, you can see. Wow, McDavid had 21 in 13 games with 12 goals. And then goaltending-wise, Thatcher Demko did not. Yeah, it's going to go to Quinn Hughes, the Conn Smythe. Mrazek stood on his head, too. That's why they were in it. A 932 save percentage to go with Bedard going crazy. That's why they were in it for so long. But the Vancouver Canucks with the Stanley Cup there, as we'll take a look at all the awards here. So, as mentioned, Vancouver, the Stanley Cup champions in year 1 as well. Okay, so they broke the President's Trophy curse, so maybe that won't be a factor in this game in this series, as of course they beat Montreal. So Art Ross Trophy to Connor McDavid, as well as the Hart. James Norris to Evan Bouchard, so the Oilers picking up the hardware here in the regular season. Lady Bain to Nikita Kucherov, that's funny. Calder to Macklin Celebrini, no surprise. Quinn Hughes, also no surprise, the Conn Smythe. Vezina to Thatcher Demko, as well as the Jennings. We have Bill Masterton to Ryan Pulock. Jack Adams to the Ducks coach. That makes sense. They weren't expected to make the playoffs. Selke to Sidney Crosby. No surprise there. Ted Lindsay to Connor McDavid. And then, of course, the Maurice Richard going to both Austin Matthews and Nathan McKinnon. So, McDavid did get some hardware this year. MVP, scoring title, Ted Lindsay. But the story that's been for him, just that cup evading him so far. We'll see if he'll be able to get back to the cup final. Look at that. Art Ross Trophy, he's gotten it 4 out of the last 5 years. That is just nuts. And 3 MVPs in the last 5 years. Yeah, he is just taking over the league. But he needs that cup to go with it. Did not mean to hit that. But yeah, look at our terrible record. Jesus, 29, 41, and 12. That is impressive. But yeah, so there is year number 1 in the books. Now it is time to focus on the off season. So we are here at June 10th. The next thing to pop up should be retirements and then the draft lottery, or is it? Which one's first? Let me take a look here. It is, I believe that's retirements and then draft interviews, draft lottery, whatever. Or no, draft lottery I think it's first, and then it does whatever. I don't know. Either way, let's take a look at the draft class here. One more look. I know we don't have the strongest scouting staff for year 1, and okay, so we do have the top 3 picks confirmed. Sven Schuden, of course, medium franchise potential, Wayne Gretzky comparison, and he is a playmaker. Okay, so 2 playmakers at the top, which would be perfect for all. Could you imagine if we got this dude year 1, just feeding Ovi, hopefully to get that Stanley Cup in his final year, most likely. James Hagens, though, also a very solid option. Could be the next Nicholas Backstrom in the franchise as well. Then we got Tuomo Nieminen, a right-wing power forward, and as we know, power forwards are crazy in this game. So he could be a good consolation prize. We also have Matthew Schaefer from the Erie Otters, who I assume is medium elite if he's up here this high. Anton Frondell, of course, is also a real player. Ivan Ryabkin is another, okay, Nicholas Backstrom comparison, so, there's that. Porter Martone, Logan Hensler, McQueen. So we got these 2 confirmed at medium elite. Michael Misa is also there, Malcolm Spence, Jordan Gavin, William Moore. So yeah, obviously we're gonna have a pick inside. I think what's the first? So 2, we can move down to 4, I think, or 5 is like the lowest. So we're gonna get one of these, up from Ryabkin, whoever you want a chance at. Those are your picks. But we're hoping to get one of these 2. I hope to either keep number 2 or move up to number 1. And number 1 would be crazy. A medium franchise to start off this rebuild would be insane. All right. So, I don't know. I believe the draft lottery might pop up first, but it's either going to be the draft lottery or retirements first. So let's see if we can land the first overall selection in this 2025 NHL draft. Let's go. Come on. Give us some good luck. There's the salary, and we're just waiting for the next screen to pop up. And the number 1 pick belongs to the Philadelphia Flyers, and we move down to pick number 3. So we don't get a top 2 pick, which is unfortunate, but we'll have to make our decision there. Damn, that sucks. That's the draft to win a lottery right there. But all right, can't control that, and I'm not going to trade out for it. That wouldn't make any sense. Yeah. Okay, so Martone actually moves up to number 6 here from our scouts. Okay, Hensler, I don't know if we had him confirmed last time. Ryabkin is there, so okay, so it's something to think about. I mean, yeah, Niemanen's looking like the best player. I don't even know if he's real, but I mean, that can be more fun, make a new legend for the NHL, but yeah, we'll have to see what we're thinking there. Looking like Nieminen might be the pick, though. All right, and then the other big question, retirements. Is Ovechkin coming back to break that record? You bet. Blake Wheeler, the top retiree, 943 points. Him and Shea Weber, I would say. Milan Lucic's up there. Brian Little, Anton Stroman. Yeah, so it's, both Ovi and Sid are staying another year. And pretty uneventful retirement class. Oh, never mind. Carey Price retires as well. So, I mean, there's a few names. Carey Price, Wheeler, Weber. Just nobody that was impacting right now. No, high overall guy. Like, Weber's on LTIR, so it's Price. They're pretty much already retired anyway. So, there is that. I didn't see Backstrom in there either. I wonder if he's just not in the roster. So, I don't know. It's something weird. There's some coach retirements. We do lose a coach over there in Hershey, but I'm not too worried about that. We could do... Yeah, well, why not? Let's use our interviews real quick. Let's interview these 2 since we don't have anything on them at all. If I had to guess, I'm going to guess two-way defenseman and 2-way forward. Those are my guesses. So let's see here. That is a weird fucking sound that is that they added. So, yep, 2-way defenseman. I assume he's NHL ready. Yep. And then just tell me your strengths, I guess. That works. God, that fucking sounds annoying. All right, so Schaefer, two-way defenseman, NHL ready. See if it gives us any hint at potential. 2 bars at medium elite. He does have some abilities, it looks like, maybe. But his grades aren't looking... I mean, we don't have him confirmed at all, so... But Niemanen just looks a lot better. And then Anton Frondel. Let's see if I can go 2 for 2, two-way forward, right? My shot is... Oh, okay, sniper. I believe NHL 24 draft classes, they would list him as a two-way forward. All right, well, sure. Then we'll just do strengths again. He's going to say a shot. Oh, it's skating. Okay. Well, then what? You're a sniper then, right? Because you just said your shot. Yeah, he is a sniper. Okay. So there is that. Frondel. Yeah, we just don't have too much on him. It's looking like Tuomo Nieminen is the pick, barring any crazy draft slip up, but that's not going to happen. And then, yep, about trade block. All right. So before we get into the draft, let's take a look at any player development from our teams. Look at the overalls. That is not the right thing. View contracts. All right. So, wow. What the hell? Holy shit. I did not expect this. Pierre-Luc Dubois bumps out to an 80. He went from an 83 to an 88. I mean, he did have a 37-point increase, but holy shit. And a career at that. That is incredible growth for him. That already makes... Wow. Okay, that is already a great thing to start off with. Ovi also as well, for the moment, grows to 88. He does go down to top... I believe he goes down. He was at, like, franchise or elite before, I'm pretty sure. But he does go up to 88 overall, which is nice. He might not keep it through the offseason, but we'll have to see. Strom does go up 1 despite having a pretty similar year, but we'll take that. 87 overall. McMichael does jump up to 85. All right, so great development from our guys. Even Wilson went up an overall there, 84. Protus up 183. Ryan Leonard. And, oh yeah, and TJ Ginla, who we traded for as well. So we're going to have some youth injected into the lineup next year. And then Miroshchenko at 78 there as well. So anybody in the system make any jump? Paris Shack, I think he was at like a 69. He might have jumped up a couple. Other than that, nobody too notable. All right. And then how about goalies? Anything going there? Lindgren did jump down 1, and Thompson is the same at 84. Okay, so very good year for development for us this year. PLD being the big one, up 5 overall. Born leader. Oh, get the fuck out of here. He's like, I mean, I guess we don't know for sure, but I've heard many stories of him being a locker room cancer in real life, so that is funny. And Chris Crasher as well. He's not really a hustle. That is just too funny, very funny superstar abilities there. But hey, we'll take it. How about that born leader? Maybe he's the future captain. Oh, that is fucking hilarious. Carlson stayed at an 86 as well. So yeah, good year for development. Everybody seems to be up. And yeah, we got Leonard and Ginla have a couple of young guns to be there on the team next year. So it's going to be interesting to see if we even want to target anybody. I'm sure we do want to sign at least somebody to bolster up that team. We're going to have 25 million in cap space at least to sign our guys back. Yeah, and we only got to sign 80 overall player as our best for our skaters and then our goalie. How much does Thompson even want? Because I'd bring him back. Get a solid year. 4 million, almost 5. Okay. I mean, it's not bad. We'll have to see. I wish I can... Well, let's view the upcoming free agents for goalies. Pending free agents. Let's take a look here. There is some good potential. We got Olmark. Would Otter be a UFA? I'll have to look at the contract. Swayman as well. Of course, we started this before he signed his extension. And then the rest are kind of similar to Thompson. So we'd basically be risking it for one of these 90s. Obviously, Allmark didn't lead the league in save percentage. Otter didn't do so hot this year. And then Swayman was just okay as well. So at that point, you wonder if it's even worth it to pay the extra money. And then forward and defense-wise, I mean, there's Brad Marchand, Brock Besser. Burns didn't retire either. Shea Theodore. Okay. There looks to be some solid option. Wow, Kershaw up from 87. He'll definitely be an RFA though. But yep, playing with Bedard, he's got 87 points. Giroux. So there's some decent options here. Carter Verhaeghe, of course, again, just signed a extension, but we started this before that happened. Okay. Um, as far as Thompson goes, I honestly think that might be because 4.5 million. Like if I offered him that, let's say, looks like he might. I'll offer him 4.25 for 3 years. He might not accept that. He does love the organization, and the contract bar didn't go too far down. So we're gonna offer him that. I don't want to risk it and not have a good, high overall goalie. And either way, like if they become a free agent, we sign them. Like who knows if this game is anything like last, and they just shit the bed, especially in the playoffs. So we'll sign Thompson there. Hopefully, accepts. Well, we're offering him extension, I should say. Um, and then yeah, Ovi is up after this next year. Yeah, so this looks like it is going to be the last dance with Alex Ovechkin this year. The PLD development really helps make the case for us to be a go for the playoffs next year. So, and just player development in general. So if we can sign like another forward or two to bolster that lineup, the main thing is though defense. I mean, this needs a big time player on there, and I don't know. Was there any? Because Bouchard's going to be a UFA. Brent Burns. I mean that could be an option. I mean, that would make a lot of sense because he could retire next year as well, and he can just be a big time rental that we signed to like a bunch of money. And I mean, shit, he was right up there with points for defenseman. He had what 73, right? Yeah, 73. So even if he's like a 50, 60 guy next year, that could be exactly what we need. Of course, there is Shea Theodore though as well. So if we're looking long term, there is that. So there's a couple options. Or Neckblad as well. So yeah, okay, there is some options on D. And then of course, forward-wise, I mean, we can target like a Carter Verhaeghe for some secondary scoring. A guy like Matt Duchene, a veteran. Claude Giroux. Brock Nelson even. Besser. If we want to, he's going to want a lot of money, I know it. 91 points last year, yep. Marchand as well. Marchand could be a good option. Guy can kill penalties. Shit, he had over 100 points last year. So yeah, we can just get like a big veteran free agent class and just fucking go for it with all these old heads, and then have them guys like Leonard and TJ Inlet there down there like the third line or whatever as our young guns. I'm like, yeah, okay. So we have options in free agency. We definitely have options, but we do need to get into the NHL draft. Of course, we do hold a few draft picks this year. We have the third overall pick, which was our first rounder. We have Utah's 22nd overall pick. And then we have the second pick in the second round, the 19th pick in the second round, and also the. Oh, wait. Okay, why does it say both of our original owner, Washington Capitals, really? Oh, wait. I'm looking at the wrong. That's why. Round four, second pick, and then a few fifths, or a couple fifths and a sixth. So let's waste no more time here and get into this draft and see what we're looking like after that. All right, so yeah, neither of them want to trade their picks. I'm not even going to fucking bother. So both Matvey Michkov and Macklin Celebrini are going to get another stud forward, it looks like here, to help bolster their teams. Is there anyone that wants to move? The Islanders at 8 and Dallas at 12. We might actually want to try to move that 22nd up. Because then, ooh, you know what would be perfect? Is there a defenseman? Yep, Logan Hensler. Okay, so I don't know if he's better than like a Michael Misa, because I assume he's probably got to be medium elite too. But we could really use. He's 1 year out though. Shit. All right, Matthew Schaefer, NHL ready, but he's not going to be there at 8. I would rather take Niemanen because I think power forward. First of all, I assume he's a power forward. He's 6'4". Power forwards are just crazy in this game, and in general. Like they just put up crazy points. They're just the best archetype for a player. So I do think I want to go with Tuomo Nieminen, who's just got. I mean, he's the best. He would be the best player available once they pick Shooten and Hagens. Um, I wish I could get Schaefer, but he's not gonna fall to 8. And St. Louis doesn't want to move. Okay, so we might just... I mean, we still could move up to 8 or 12 and just take a player. Like a Roger McQueen. We can just get two big boys. I mean, fucking 6'5" and 6'4". Imagine those two on the line. Jesus. We can go for this dude, who I don't know how to say his last name, so I don't know if I want to do that. And there still is Hensler. I mean, we could still use defenseman for going forward, because I mean, we got Aginla Leonard for forward prospects, as well as whoever, if we do take Neiman in. So we could do that. There's Treadaway here at 18, who's solid. Yeah, who's actually down here? So we got Yves Wozniak, 6'4", another big forward. Victor Eklund. We have 22 though, so we got to go a little bit further down. Cole Rezhny. We just don't know anything about these dudes. There is Henry Brucevic. He's 4 years out though, so I don't know about that. Whoa, okay. Artem Lachapov, NHL ready. Look at these grades. And we had, yeah, that's our pick at 22. Okay, well, never mind. Guy Lafleur style. I don't know if I've ever seen that. There is Radkovic, who looks good, but wow, you can't pass up on that. Sam Johnston, 5 years out, but he's got potential abilities. That could be another guy we want to target. So, yeah, lots of options here this year for us in the draft. So Philly about to make their pick. We'll just go ahead, and they are going to select Sven Schuden, 81 overall out of the draft, medium franchise. He does have Shakana and All Alone to start off. And yeah, they got number 39 with Michkov, number 49 with Schuden. 6'2", 196. So he's a big boy, and he's got, you know, he's not like over 200 pounds. Like he can actually move around though. Yeah, 88 speed already. Which is one of his highest attributes. Like his skating in general is his best asset. So yeah, he's going to be already a decent shooting category for a playmaker. And of course his puck skills looking good there. Yeah, he's just a good all-around guy. I mean, physically he's not, like, yeah, look at physical category's not bad. He can take face-offs. That is just, he's going to be nuts in a couple years. And then San Jose is going to select James Hagen. There it is. All right, so high elite for him. He's got solid skating as well, a bit better of a shot. Not as good puck skills. It's actually it's actually worse on the draw and everything. And then defensive or physically, obviously not there. Only 5'11". So yeah, two very good players though. High elite and medium franchise for those two. And we are up next here at number 3. So I mean, I'm pretty set on Niemanen. I mean, even just by the grades. Look at this. I mean, yeah. This is looking like the pick here. There is guys down here, but yeah. And these are guys we can worry about with our later pick as well. So, it's looking pretty obvious. I do want to start, so we have the 22nd pick, right? Yes, 22nd. And then we have the 34th pick. This would be 34. And then didn't we have another second? Yeah. 19. So that'd be what, 51, right? I could take a look at this real quick if I wanted to real quick. Yeah, 51 and then 90. Okay. So let me remember this real quick. 22, 34, 51. All right. So, as I said, we wanted to... Let me actually call a timeout here. As I said, that guy with the Guy Lafleur comparison is looking like the best player that's down here. Where is he? Yeah, Artem Lachapov. Just insane prospect to be down here. So, he's definitely going to be the pick at 22. And then, so 34... we could go Ravensburgen, who's been rated pretty... One of these two goalies. These two have been rated very highly in draft classes in the past that I've seen. There is also... Oh, yeah, there's this guy. Sam Johnston. He looks like a very interesting prospect, because if he's 5 years out, but he's still ranked at 39, that tells me he could be... Or could have good potential. And he's already got potential abilities, so... I could target him. There's some guys down here, Callie Brodeen and Sam Haley. Aitchison also looks to be pretty good. Caden Snyder. So, yeah. But we'll worry about this when we get down there. I think, though, with the third pick, I think it is pretty obvious he is the best player on the board. We're going to go with the, I'm going to assume Finn. I mean, he plays in the Liga as well. But either way, 6'4", 220-pound, right-handed, right shot, most likely power forward, Tuomo Nieminen. And I'm not even in the pick. All right, nice. All right, let's try that again. With the third pick in the 2025 NHL Draft, the Washington Capitals are very proud to select from the Loudoun Pelicans, Tuomo Nieminen. There you go. 79 overall out of the draft. So he might crack the roster, but he might be our big prospect to play in the AHL. And especially with us contending this year, I think that might be the move. No abilities, though, which does suck. Solid shooting category, solid everywhere, really. I mean, good passing. He can also take. It's funny how the wings can take better faceoffs than Hagens. He's the center. Decent, really good speed actually for being 6'4", and then obviously physically not bad as well. So just a good all-around player. Let's see who the Blues go with at 4. They do go with Matthew Schaefer, who is a 78 no abilities as well. So I think we did get the better player there. Calgary at 5 is going to pick up Frondell, 77. So they're just going down by an overall right now. So, man, Frondell's shooting category is actually not even that great. So there is that. Now, do we want to... No, I think we got our guy back there. So let me sim up to our pick, and then we can recap what goes on here in the first round. So we left off here with Calgary. Columbus did go ahead and take Porter Martone, 77. Also a power forward. Our guy was power forward. Yep. Ivan Ryabkin, medium elite as well. So all 7 picks have been medium elite or higher. All 9 actually. Wow, the whole top 10, 11, 12, 13. All right, so the top 13 picks were medium elite or higher. Gavin going to Nashville. Malcolm Spence going to the Wild. Michael Misa ended up in Dallas. And Caleb, whatever his last name is, ended up in Detroit. And Hensler, Seattle, McQueen in New York. So there is your top 13 there. Then we get to William Moore, that Mertka, Eej Wozniak. Yeah, so these guys are all top or high top 6, high top 4, depending on the position. And we are here at 22, and we are going to waste no time as well because we already know our pick. Looks like we have found an absolute steal here. And where is he? Did I pass him? Yeah, I did. Here is Artem Lachapov from Russia, 5'11", 180-pound. Hopefully, I mean, this dude looks absolutely nuts. So let's take a look here. Okay. Only a 70 or only a medium top 6. So that actually might be a miss. Because these guys are all high. Yep. So we did whiff on Arch. Now you could argue with the overall. He could, he's better off the bat, but I would rather have the high top 6. Let me send to 34, see what goes on here. That guy for the Sharks was medium top 4, so it looks like they did move down. Let me look here. Wow. Calgary with the absolute steal. Our scouts really sold us. Matthias Ottesen, an 80 overall medium elite out of the draft. Yeah, our scouts definitely sold us on that one. And the rest were medium top for me. Yeah. So Calgary with the steal of the draft. And who did they pick already up here? Oh, wow, they had a few picks. Right here, they also had Victor Eklund. And then they had a top 5 pick. Yep, Anton Frondell there at 5. So, yeah, they got 3 very good prospects off the bat here. And we are back here, the second pick in the second round. Okay, so that drives me away from Sam Johnston. Then I think we should take a goalie here. Now, do we go with Ravensbergen or Daig? And based off the stats, Daig was a lot better in the same competition. 43-14, 914 save percentage. Ravensbergen, 35. He had a good record, but just not a good save percentage. So Uh, they're both fucking huge, 6'5" and 6'4". Um, yeah, I think we should take the goalie here because the whiff on Lachapaw draws me away from Sam Johnston, although he's a big boy as well. But I don't know. That one kind of scared me. So I think, just based off the stats, I'm going to go with Gabriel Daig here. And he is a medium elite goalie. Nice. 70 overall. So that is a great goalie prospect. Let's see what Ravensburgen's ended up. And okay, so he's a 71. So slightly better there. We'll see who develops for these two, though. So only time will tell. And then I want to see what this Johnson is looking like. Schmidt, medium top 6. Lakovic, medium top 6. Medium top 6 defenseman there for the wins. Where is this dude? Come on. Yeah, so good thing we steered away. Yeah, wow. 55 overall at 17, medium top 6. So we definitely made the right decision there with Gabriel Daig there. So that's a good pick for us there. Let's move up to pick number 51. I'm going to decline that just in case there's something out here. And we have absolutely no idea, so nice. Okay. Wow. Carbonneau could be an option there. Markkanen or Mackinnon, but we did just take a goalie. So he's at 71. When's our next pick? 98, yes. So let's actually sort by potential here. See if there's anybody that our scouts uncovered. There's a low elite at pick we can get later, so that's good to know. Latinen, again, way down here, though. I mean, we could take a chance on Justin Carbonneau here. He is potentially 1 year out. I do fear he could be a low 6. But, fuck it. Let's go for it. Justin Carbonneau. And he is low 6. All right, damn. So maybe should have moved that pick. A bit of a whiff there. At 98 next. When's our next pick? 147. So we can wait on that low elite once again. Anybody else we can take a chance on? Let me try this Latin guy. 5 years out. Sure, why not? Might as well take a chance. Medium top 6. All right, grinder. Not bad. And then might as well scoop up our low elite just to make sure we get him real quick. That's going to be Nasir Gill. And he is a low elite 49 overall, so a big project. But for a, what is this, 5th round, that's a good pick. And, okay, I guess we could have got him with this pick, too. It doesn't matter, though. This point, it's just like, yeah, we're starting to really get nasty here. 2 bars for this guy. Was fucking shot in the dark. And, wow, okay, low elite as well. 53 overall. Defensive defenseman, 6'4". We'll take that. Definitely take that. And then we have a 6th round pick. I believe this is our last pick in the draft. Let's take a look here. Couple guys we can take a chance on. This guy's ranked actually, Rudy here. Let's try Rudy. Okay, medium bottom 6. Not great there, but a very good draft for us overall. We did have the one miss in the first round. If you can call it that. I mean, he's still a good prospect, so Carbonneau was kind of a miss too, but overall, a very good draft for us. We got a couple low elites at the end there. Obviously, Niemanen, the big pick. Probably be on the first line of the AHL next year. We got Daig, so we got a great goalie prospect in the system, and Lachapov. So Lachapov and Niemanen can actually play together in the AHL next year, so that'll be good. And once again, we should have a good AHL team. And we have reject your offer. Okay, so bit too low for Thompson there, so we can start negotiations right now as we get into the re-sign phase. So let's open this up here. Obviously, a lot of our top guys, forward-wise, are good. Okay, now he doesn't want an extension. Nice. Okay. And now he wants $6 million. Yeah, you're getting walked, buddy. There's no chance I'm signing you to that. What does Lindgren want? Not that he had a good year, but almost 4 million for way under a 900. You are out of your fucking mind. Are you kidding me? Yeah, that's not gonna happen. I'll sign Hunter Shepard for the AHL here. You're gonna get a little boost there for, and he accepts right away. Okay, that's a cool new feature that they can actually accept right away. Sure, we can sign this back up just to kind of sit there. But you get back to me. Okay, buddy. Goldie's taken care of. We're just going to let Daig play another year in his league. Was he in the W? Q? What is that? That's Q, right? Yeah, QMJHL. All right. All expiring. I mean, I can just... we could bring TJ Oshie back just for the fuck of it, but I mean, I don't... He doesn't even want $1 million, so why not? Bring TJ Oshie back. He can be a leader for us in the locker room, even if he doesn't play. Verana led our team in points in the AHL, so we'll give him another two-way deal. Alexiev, just for some depth. I mean, I guess it's just in case we need somebody. We do have a lot of money, so we should be fine. Dubé needs a contract. Solid guy for the AHL once again. There you go. Give him a 2-year deal. And then, other than that, I mean, Sutter. This guy could grow, so I guess we'll offer him. Guy for the AHL as well, so there's that. And then, Thomas, not a good potential, but a good overall for the age. Anybody else? I'll just sign Sutter just for some people in the AHL. Why not? And then that should be... I mean, this guy could probably play in the AHL. Okay, he wants a 1-year deal. No, never mind. He got excited that he got NHL ice time last year. Borgstrom did a pretty solid for us in the AHL last year. Sure, why not? Be like the second line center. And then let me go to unsign as well before I forget. And Tuomo Niemann, let's get that ELC ready for you right away. And we can burn a year with playing you in the AHL, as well as Lachapov. Get you signed. And then looks like Cole Hudson's also ready for the AHL, so we'll go ahead and sign him as well. Yeah, AHL's going to be stacked this year. Everybody else can just develop in their own leagues for now. And then let's advance a day. Make sure all these contracts... I won't resign if you don't match the contract duration I need. Okay. Oshie wants... Okay, now we don't have enough spots. Nice. Just have to release somebody. So Lindgren, I know I'm not resigning you. And I know I'm not resigning you. So, who even rejected? Oh, was it not a goalie? No, well, let me see here. I don't even know who reject. Okay, whatever. Was it a goalie? Oh, it was this dude, Keller, right. Right. Get you in there. So what, did Oshie want 2 years? I mean, at this point, it's like not even worth it. Yeah, I'll just let Oshie walk, honestly. If we want to resign him, we can, but for now, I'm not even worried about it. Oh, and Hendricks off here. What am I doing? I'm not even paying attention. Yep, we can give you that. Advance a day, get you signed real quick. Oh, he already accepted. Okay, whatever. That's still new to me, so gotta get used to that. And then we had some AHL coaching retire. Wow, our NHL coach sucks. B. Okay, yeah, we're gonna need a new NHL coach for sure. D minus, you're not even helping, and a D out of here. And honestly, I don't have any reason to sign any of you. Scouts, everyone is signed still. Definitely want to get some more and better scouts because we're pretty thin in that department. Yeah, so we're gonna need a new front office complete overhaul in the offseason. So I don't have anybody else to sign. Let me double check real quick. Let's just go to all expiring. Yeah, and we can, if we need any of these guys, we can just sign them in the free agent list. And then, yeah, Thompson doesn't want an extension and wants a ridiculous amount. So So let's go ahead and get up to free agency now and see who is available. All right, whatever. And here we go. All right, day one of free agency. So, already see some big names to start. Let's start by UFAs here. So, Brad Marchand, the top fish in free agency. He did end up going. Wants $10 million for 1 year. Understandable. Brent Burns didn't become a free agent. I kind of just assumed all these guys would be a free agent. That was going to be like my definite target. And the best defenseman is Brian Dumoulin, who wants $6 million. Yikes. All right, so Verhaeghe's there, Granlund is there, Roslovic. Wow, yeah, weaker class for sure. Goalie-wise, there is Linus Allmark. Okay, $12 million. Holy shit. And then look at these two trying to cash out on a, like, yeah, I don't know what we're going to do here. We might have to try a low overall goalie. Wow, this is unfortunate. Now, I don't care if I have to give Brad Marchand like $15 million for a year or something. That could be a target for us. Verhaeghe, I don't think makes sense because he wants 7 years, and first of all, I don't want to pay him that much, and yeah, it doesn't fit our window. Frank Vetrano wants to come. He actually doesn't want a lot of money. He could be a definite target for us for some secondary scoring. He can play in the middle six as well, so that'd be perfect. Had a solid year. Or yeah, he had a good year last year. 58 points, 24 goals. Yeah, so he can be a guy we can target. We might have to go for like a Dumoulin or McNabb. McNabb doesn't want too much. He can be a decent defenseman. I mean, look at our forwards on paper right now aren't bad. Like, we can get away with it. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But we'd still have like these two in the top six. So not ideal unless we just want to play the young guns and really risk it there. We can go like Strome, Ovechkin, Dubois, or actually probably based off last year, McMichael, Ovechkin, Dubois, Strome, Leonard, and Ginla, just pure, youth over there. And then Wilson, Protas, LaPierre. I mean, it could be solid. I think, though, if we pick up like a Brad Marchand, we can go Ovi, Dubois, Marchand, and then Strome, McMichael, and maybe like a Vetrano, and then we can really open up our guys there. We can go like Leonard, Protas, Wilson, or maybe put these on the fourth line with LaPierre, and then get a third. Yeah, so we have some options. Like forward wise, I'm not worried about. Defensively though, this is not ideal, and I want somebody better than John Carlson. Honestly, we need like a true number one defenseman to go for a cup this year. I mean, we got Iorio, who's young, who might make the roster. Hudson, most likely going to be in the AHL. And then, of course, also another big question mark is goalies. Don't know there. Let's, I guess we should take a look around the trade block. Actually, I'm going to sort by, I'm actually going to browse trade block, just in case, because so you can see skaters and goalies here. It should just show us, oh yeah, look at it, it shows us all this. Nice. So Anaheim has some solid veterans. Boston, nobody. Kuzmenko on Buffalo. But again, I can just sign Vetrano. Same thing here. Nobody really. Nope. Chicago. It's probably going to be hard to find like a big-time player on the block right now. Okay, Dallas already selling Michael Misa. There's Showtime and Tarasenko who are making like no money. So those can be some options. Kane and Ovechkin, that could be really fun. Nobody in Florida, surprisingly. Okay, here we go. LA. Philip Deneau and Drew Doughty. Now, Drew Doughty, this could be perfect because Doughty has 2 years left, so we could use him for this year to go for the cup, and then still have, he would still have some value next year to trade, as well as Philippe Deneau as well, who is not making a lot of money, only $5.5 million, and is a very strong centerman who can kill penalties. LA, I mean, we can make a big trade with LA here if we wanted to go for it. And actually, our first round pick should be very valuable considering we just had the second worst record in the league. So even if I added both in. Okay, can I not? Really, game? I can't add asset because I'm already... Oh my god, I have to fucking go the long way. Alright, LA. So even if I added both of these two in... Okay, this game is just glitched. I can't add assets. This is stupid. Or wait. Actually. Oh, this might have sold us. We are not on Philippe Deneau's trade block. Okay, well the good thing is, though, I think Doughty was, because we were... Yes. Alright. The one that we really wanted anyway was Doughty. Now, where does our first round pick... Yeah, see? Well, it's not as much as I would think. But that right there, that would definitely go through. And... Whoops, didn't mean to hit that one. And do they have anybody else on the block? Just those two. Okay, how about goalies, though? Nope. But Drew Doughty could definitely be a target for us. And that we can get that done. We might even have to give up the first for him. We need like a second and like somebody else or a prospect, something like that. Well, I don't know if I'd want to... See, the thing about the rebuild, or not the rebuild, for us trying to contend is it's only for a year. So I don't want to give up anything like a big prospect. I know I said I was just offering the first, but if we can get away with like giving a second and something else to LA for Doughty, that could be perfect. Minnesota, okay, Philip Gustafson could be a solid goalie for us to target. He's not making as much money as like Logan Thompson would. Brendan Gallagher, too much money though. Nashville, nobody. New Jersey, nobody. Semyon Varlamov, okay, only 275 for 2 years and an 85. He is 37. Is he? I mean, he used to play for the Cats. Maybe he'd want to come back. Okay, we're not on his trade block. All right, never mind. New York Rangers, nobody. Thomas Chabot, okay. I feel like I'd rather go for Doughty, though, just because well, even on his... Okay, we are on there, but, I don't know. Just, it makes a little bit more sense, because we would want to target him for 3 years. Wow, Lawton's up to an 87. He can be a big target for us, too, but Philly's kind of selling high on him, so I don't know. Ricard Raquel is there. And I'm not too worried about forwards, though. Couture, Vanacek. Adam Larson. He can be a... Oh, actually, look at over here. Vince Dunn. Are we on his trade list? We are, okay. And then Adam Larson as well. Let's see. Oh, he doesn't have a trade. Okay, never mind. Vince Dunn, another big target. 2 years left as well. He's a bit younger. Okay. That's where we'd use the first. It's like a guy like Vince Dunn. And then we can try to get Doughty for like a second plus. And that could easily fill out our defensive core. Lawson Krause there for Utah. Spicy Tuna there as well. Kevin Lankinen. Don't know if he's a very spectacular player, though. Zach Whitecloud for like a middle... Or like a bottom four defenseman. And lastly, Winnipeg. A couple prospects, but... So yeah, there's a couple options there with Drew Doughty, Vince Dunn, Adam Larson. So we actually do have some good options on the trade block, as well as good forwards. Wow, can't talk. Good forwards in free agency. So I'm liking where this is going. I got some ideas in mind for moves to be made. But hey, if you guys have any suggestions, you let me know down below. Let me know who you want me to sign, who you want me to trade for, what I should do going in for the rebuild. And yeah. So I'm going to leave it here. We'll do free agency next year, and we'll see Ovechkin break that record as well. So hope you guys enjoyed this one. Be sure to leave a like, and like I said, I got a playlist for all these videos for this series, so just check that out if you need to catch up on anything. But that'll do it for this one, and as always, guys, you guys take care.